T-cell lymphoma, which was affecting the blood vessel, the white blood cells that were helping the body fight diseases.
Wow.
And I found out through a very sad way because I was pregnant. Yes, I was pregnant and it was almost 5 months.
What?
And I was having very unexplainable pains, unbearable pains. I could have pain and the next neighbor will hear that I'm shouting for help. We went to the hospital. They actually diagnosed gastric ulcer. So they were treating gastric ulcer. It wasn't going. We had to change hospital. My first antenatal, I would say thank you to Dr. Amati. He checked himself. He said, I will do the scan myself. He did it and he said, should we call the ambulance? I was shocked. My husband was shocked because we drove in ourselves and calling ambulance. So he said, what he's seeing is not good. We had to be referred to a bigger hospital, which we were referred to Reach Hospital. We met Dr. Princess Padikan, Dr. Sewavi Bismarck, and they were gynecologists, so they checked and there were masses all over my abdomen.
Are you serious?
Yes. If you were to put your hand on the mass, it could shock you. That was how aggressive
they were.
And the only option for me was to be induced, deliver, and start chemotherapy ASAP. So they induced me after a long, because I was in denial. I didn't want to lose my son. It was a boy. I didn't want to lose my son. So they had to talk. My father, my husband, they had to say, you know what, we need to let go of the baby. So they induced me. I delivered. Few minutes, I lost him.
Oh my goodness.
And in the morning, I started chemotherapy. I did 8 sessions of chemotherapy in Ghana. I thought it was over, and they said for the type I was being treated for, there has to be a bone marrow transplant.
Wow.
So it's either I choose South Africa or India, but India came highly recommended. So that's my journey of finding out and flying out to India for treatment.
Now, something so devastating, and you don't even have time to even process the loss of your son, and you literally have to go into survival mode the next moment.
I went into labor 12 p.m. in the afternoon, delivered placenta, everything out 12 a.m. at dawn. 7 a.m. I was wheeled to the hematology department to start chemotherapy.
My goodness.
Yeah.
Now,
I promise not to cry.
Thank you for sharing your story, because it takes a lot of courage to be able to sit here and want to share something so difficult that happened. So walk me through what year this was.
I got to know I was pregnant. That was 2023, late 2023. The pain, I was hospitalized in 2024. Treatment started several months in the hospital. Chemotherapy started March, April. I ended my last chemotherapy 2024 September, and I had to be flown out. That was January 2025. So I did my bone marrow transplant and everything in India this year.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
If you were to see me a few weeks ago.
Are you serious?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, now walk me through getting to India. How long did it take? How long did you spend in India? Wow. You look wow.
Yeah. This was even July. I took this in July.
My goodness.
Yes. This was in India. That was in February this year, 2025.
My goodness. Now, okay, walk me through how India. How long did you stay in India for?
First of all, I would like to say a word of appreciation to the people who helped me to be able to go.
I was coming to that. Yes. Walk me through who did you have to crowdsource the funding, like, because it's an expensive.
Very expensive. Very, very expensive. So I wrote letters to people. I asked friends. Some never picked your call. Some gave you some time, and when you call, they never pick again.
Charlie.
You send message, nobody is listening to you. But a very huge thank you, appreciation goes to Mr. Ibrahim Mahama of Engineers and Planners, Mr. Setfiati, Mr. Oyebola Abiodun, Mr. Fred Asamani, Honorable Jojo Pariado, and a lot of people. If I want to mention everybody, I will leave out some, but I say a very big thank you to all of them, and also a big thank you to Stanbic Bank for coming through for me. They actually supported me in the hotel and food, accommodation and food. They did very well in that aspect.
Wow.
Yeah. So,
my goodness.
It's range, because I went to India for the treatment. They had to do another set of chemotherapy for me. They had traces after.
They had to now, after doing all the chemo in Ghana.
Yes.
You had to go there.
Yes.
And they had to do chemo again because there were still traces.
I did chemo in Ghana for 8 sessions. I went to do MRI, and they said, they couldn't see anything. It was cleared. But the doctor was like, no, I had to do PET CT scan. The painful thing is we did not have PET CT scan at that moment in Ghana, the whole of Ghana. But I learned some hospitals brought it in May this year. So I
Oh my goodness. So if you're just tuning in, I'm speaking to GMB 2013 first runner-up, Bubune, who's speaking to us about her lymphoma cancer she endured from last. You were diagnosed last year?
Oh, yeah, that was last year, 2024, yeah, early last year, 2024. Wow. Yeah. I'm just.
You're looking at how far you've come,
and me sitting here to speak about this. It hasn't been easy.
Were there moments you thought you weren't going to survive it?
AJ, a lot of times.
Wow.
A lot of times, because the treatment wasn't easy. Chemotherapy is not a joke. I don't know whether you've ever been.
I've seen people go through it.
people go through chemotherapy. I don't know whether you've experienced. It was hectic. Mentally, it wasn't easy. Physically, it was draining because I went for chemo 3 weeks intervals. You are like trying to get back after 3 weeks, then you have to go back to punch your system back to zero. It wasn't easy. I was in deep depression because chemotherapy automatically gives you depression. Yes. I was depressed. AJ, I could sit down, play Ludo. The dice, the sound of the dice was keeping me insane for hours. So it wasn't easy. It was draining. If you were to see me a few weeks ago, I looked like 20 years older than my age. So it wasn't easy. So seeing the pictures, God has been good to me. God has been very good. I never knew. There were a lot of times I was like, why only me? Why do I have to go through all this? I've lost my son, it's enough. But I believe when God sets something to do, he does it to leave his finger on it that I did this. So I held on to faith. I was just hoping that one day I will tell my story, and here we are. Glory to God. I'm here to tell the story.
This is amazing. And you will find people. Now, how was your support system, your family, your husband? How did they hold through or hold you up during this period?
It wasn't easy. It wasn't easy at all. From the very beginning, especially my husband did not take it easy at all because we are just expecting our son. We're just ready, happy. And we had to move from that direction into another scene we were never expecting. It took them by shock. But at the point, they had to gather courage and be strong for me. I saw a lot of times my husband had to, when I was in that pain, he had to go and hide and cry.
Oh my gosh.
He had to hide and cry before coming to support. My father, it was not easy for my father. Very big thank you to Mr. David Achu, Titiati. Thank you. And my little sister, she was with me. She traveled with me. She happened to be a nurse.
Oh, she did?
Yes. Though she treated cases, but my own got to that little girl a lot. She did very, very well in supporting. Sometimes you could see them. There was some instance that I was having a minor surgery. He nearly collapsed because it wasn't easy. So they stood with me. They fought with me. They supported me through it. It wasn't easy, but they did extremely well, and I'm grateful to them.
I'm so glad to hear this, and it's so nice when family rallies together. To see you through it.
That point is very important, and society too should really understand that people go through a lot. I had several instances where people, you go for a review or you go somewhere and people are pushing away because of the way you look. People think cancer is contagious. If I come closer to you, you will have an ear, and people actually mock you. I was bold enough to say, you know what, I'm throwing the wig
India for further treatment and a transplant. And is sharing her story here today and opening up about all the different ways the journey has changed her. And coming to that question on how you've changed over the last 2 years dealing with this.
It was a journey that opened my eyes to a lot of things, to appreciate life more. Every single day you wake up and you're fine, it's enough. It got me to the point that I understand that life is everything. Because when I was down, I didn't know where my car was parked. I didn't know which clothes I had. I didn't know where the wigs were, the jewelry. I didn't know anything. I didn't care about them. I only wanted to be strong. So it opened my eyes to see life differently. I got closer to God more. I got to know God for myself, to call him by myself. Spiritually, it opened my eyes. And I tend to also appreciate people a lot more. I value relationship, especially people who stood with me. And I learned to also easily forgive people who gave up on me. Because maybe they were also going through something. You might never know. So I let go easily now. I'm not in rush with life anymore. I take it a day at a time. No rush, no nothing. I don't care about anything. Just give me life, I'm fine. Just give me strength, I'm fine. So that's how it has grown me to see life.
What kept you going during that time?
God. AJ, God. It was God, it is God, it will always be God. Because when everybody leaves, your husband definitely have to go home. You are left alone in the ward, on that bed, the four corners, you were just sitting down. The only person that was with me was God. I told myself, this is not unto death. This is unto the glory of God and to the lifting of other people's faith in Christ. Because at that point, when you feel like you are going, you feel life was leaving you, you only call the name of your God. And that was the only thing. My faith was tested, shaken, but I never gave up on faith. I told myself, this one will pass by the grace of God, this one will pass. And God showed up. He showed up for me. So it was God, nothing but God. Because money, even if I were to have that money, it wouldn't have saved. There were a lot of people that went to India, had the money, they couldn't go through the process. What about that? So it was God for me. It was God.
It was God.
I don't really care what you're going through.
Very, very deep words.
Gotta show 'em, babe.
Now, do you, even though a lot of it was, I'm sure, like a painful blur, do you remember how treatment, can you describe how it was like going through the chemo in India and going into the bone marrow transplant?
Okay, it's a full process leading one to another. The first one was what we did in Ghana, which is to shrink the lymph nodes back, to totally shrink it back. And then when we got to India, they had to clear the system, the immune system, they clear it down to 0.
Wow.
Yes.
So that means you are literally susceptible to any kind of infection.
Yes. So I was placed in an ICU
to prevent any kind of...
Nobody goes out, nobody comes in. It's a strict environment. Even when the doctors are coming, they have to be fully clothed from head to toe to prevent any form of infection. So after that, before they did the highest chemo, the chemo here saved me a lot. So when I got there, they harvested the bone marrow, and then from there they treated and gave me the highest chemo. After that, they transplanted the bone marrow. So that was, by God's grace, what really, really helped me.
Is it a painful process extracting the bone marrow?
The chemotherapy was
the most painful.
Yes, because your system is totally down. There were times I slammed because the system went to zero. So the pains comes with it. The minor surgeries, there were some pain there, discomforts there, the loss of hair, the inability to eat, little sores find it difficult to heal. The system basically is totally down. So any little infection, you feel it more than anything. So it was not easy at all. And then the nausea, the inability to move around, and you were basically relying on somebody. They had to carry you and all that. So it was not an easy process at all. But the doctors and nurses that by God's grace I came into contact with, they were very quick in attending to me. So if you feel some type of way, they are there to help you out.
I love that. And walk me through after India and coming back to Ghana.
After the first travel to India, when I got back, I had to also take care of myself because I need not to go out to the gathering of people or wherever a lot of people were, because the system is just growing back after the transplant. So I was indoors trying to eat healthy, keeping myself out of the society, and also sleeping and resting very well to get the body back. And after that, I went back. Though after the treatment, definitely your mind is now beginning to pick up things that, okay, the body is okay, you are fine. Mentally, you have to work on your on your thought, because you'll be thinking, if you feel something small, you think maybe something wants to spike again. So all those things, I had to work on them before I went back to India for a review, to be told that now, by the grace of God, everything is complete and you have to go back, rest well before you start moving around. Now I'm better because the system is now back to normal. Though I'm taking it slowly, it takes some period of time. It can take some people 2 years, 5 years to totally have your system back into order. But by God's grace, God showed me mercy. After the transplant, the doctors were even shocked.
Wow.
They said, you healed 5 days earlier than the normal bone marrow transplant out of the thousands of patients we've treated.
My goodness.
Yeah, so it was God's grace that saw me through. So after everything now, I'm better. I'm fine now by the grace of God.
I'm so excited. So what's next? What are we doing? Are we... how are we putting the word out there? Are we doing a certain initiative? Walk me through what life looks like now and what you plan to do.
Okay, now with my experience and what I've been through, I wish nobody goes through that phase.
Amen.
But fortunately and unfortunately, every individual has lymph nodes in their body. So I took it upon myself with my team. We're putting together a foundation that can help in advocacy, educating people, and also helping people. You go to hospitals and people don't even have the funds to be able to go through MRI to find out where exactly the lymph nodes are or where exactly the tumor is hiding. So that's what we are putting together now. And I'm also open to any organization, brands, or the Ministry of Health to help. Since I have been through it with first-hand experience, I can speak about it and encourage someone that cancer is actually not a death sentence. After the diagnosis, you can still survive. So we're working on a non-profitable organization to be able to do this advocacy and spread the word, and also help people come out of this dangerous disease.
Absolutely.
And what makes it very dangerous is you don't see it coming. You don't. It's very, very silent, and it doesn't give you symptoms. It has to be something leading before they would detect it. So it's very important that I carry on this course and spread the word.
Absolutely. So how can people reach out? Those that want to partner, those that want to collaborate, what's the number to call and be a part of it?
To collaborate and to support the cause, you call on 054 2353 941.
Please repeat it.
054 2353 941 to help support someone going through. It can be you out there listening, it can be anybody. You might never know. So help, support, and come on board to save a life.
Absolutely. I'm so excited to hear the great initiative you're putting in place. We will definitely support in every single way we can. Our doors are always open for you to raise more awareness in every single possible way we can. But Bubune, I mean, you're a testament of God's goodness. I mean, you're an example that God takes care of his own, and you're here today, and we're so glad that you've survived this, and you're now supporting others going through this, and also speaking up on it so that people would know that this exists and do better in terms of checking and ensuring that nobody has to go through all of this ever again.
And I encourage people, anyone hearing me, please, checkups are not for sick people. Run to the hospital, put it on your schedule. If in 3 months, 2 months, I have to see the doctor, please do it. Just to check your system and know that you are fine. It's better off than getting to that stage where you are told things that you were not prepared to hear. So please, checkup should be a plan. It should be a New Year resolution for you to put on your paper that this year I'll check up 3 times. Please go check up. And if you see anything pop up on your skin, don't just ignore it. Run to the hospital. Let them clear it for you. Your mind has to be clean. Eat healthy. Take yourself away from a lot of exposure to chemicals too. Is very dangerous. The scary thing about chemotherapy is we don't have a source for you to say, oh, I ate this and it caused lymphoma. No, you don't see it coming. You don't know the source. So please take good care of yourself. Eat healthy. Stay away from uncooked steaks or meat. Your meat has to be well cooked. And eat healthy. That's all I would say. And exercise is very important.
Amazing. So you heard it from the very awesome Bubune Titiati, 2013 GMB first runner-up, telling us quite a bit about her experience surviving lymphoma cancer and how we can all do better to prevent this. Support her with her initiative, her foundation that she's working on, to support all those living with this particular kind of cancer, spreading awareness of this cancer and creating more advocacy and awareness on it. So we know that it exists and we can know what to look out for. Bubune, thank you so much for coming and sharing your story and being vulnerable. I mean, it's not an easy thing to want to open up the way you have, and I truly appreciate you taking the time to do so.
It's such an honor. I've been watching you from afar and now I'm here. You're so pretty.
You too. And I'm so glad that you're here and sharing your story, and I look forward to having you a lot more to continue raising awareness on lymphoma cancer. And yes, gonna get into a bit more very shortly, but not before I remind you about the luckiest. Luckiest season 3 is winning season, and this time we're collecting the wins. The Luckiest is back again, bigger and better, with chances to change your life. Grab your phone and dial *712#. Choose option 1 to buy a ticket for yourself, option 2 to buy for someone else. If you want the system to generate a lucky number for you, that's option 1. If you want to choose your own, that's option 2. Confirm with Momo and you're in. Now the online way, head to theluckiestafrica.com. Let the system choose a ticket for you by choosing community tickets, or you can choose your own lucky number. It gives you a chance to multiply your money by 500 times and your community by 10 times over. It's your golden chance. Get on the luckiest train because it's going to make you a millionaire. The luckiest, *712#, *712#. Gonna go on a quick break. When I come back, even more with throwback music and good vibes right here on 3 Lounge.